Hey, Monique, I haven't got my tooth fixed yet, so I'm
Oh,
not
no.
on video.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's a bummer. It's not, is it painful or is it just awkward?
Well, I have an infection, so every once in a while it gets painful, but I'm a big girl. I can suck it up.
Oh, I'm sorry, Carol. Gail, did you have some emails in your inbox today?
You think?
Good.
Beautiful.
Patty, how's it going with the doors open?
Not as busy as we thought it would be.
Really?
I think, you know, and it's funny because I ran out to lunch on Monday and the line was wrapped around the building. So I told a couple people,
Oh,
I said,
wow.
you know, our lobby's open. Yeah. I said, and I looked around the corner, I said, okay. She goes, well, that's all right. I'm fine. I said, okay, well, you're like the 5th person in line. I said, there's only one person at the tube. If you don't want to come into the lobby, there's only one person in the tube. I don't really like going to the tube. Like, okay, sit in line for the window, I guess.
Oh, man.
So it'll take a while, I think. I mean, we're getting people in slowly but surely.
Well, it seems nice to have the town office doors unlocked again.
Oh, you guys are too? Nice.
Oh, wow.
Oh, and speaking of nice and seeing people, Monique, I tried to catch you, but you ran across the street too fast. There were 2 other checks in that envelope.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So I have your receipt.
Okay,
I just deposited them.
Okay, cool.
Because I said, oh, I wonder if she wants her envelope back. And I looked in, it's like, oh no, there's 2 checks. So I have your other receipt right here. Okay.
I'll be back later today. Bruce is supposed
Okay.
to be dropping off another rotary check today, so.
Okay. Well, I have your other receipt. Sorry about that.
Oh, that's fine. I didn't even catch that.
Yeah, I ran to the front door. I was like, oh, and you had just crossed the street. I was, well, I'm not gonna have her come
Oh,
back.
that's fine.
So.
Hey, everybody.
Hi.
I know there's quite a few people who had other conflicts or they're traveling or et cetera, so. And I know a few people have to go early too, so. We pull up. I know Gary can't make it. Pull up the agenda. The only thing he had for emergency management stuff was that there's a food family food. No, what is it called? A farm to family food box on the 24th of March. And so he put it on the listserv. I put it on Facebook, and then he's going to put it on the listserv later this week. But if anybody else knows of people that are in need of that. And again, like people can always email us, the Bradford Resilience at gmail.com, or do the helpline if they need help picking that up too. There's a few people that run. So as far as volunteer coordination and communication, I can't really think of anything. Other than I forwarded I don't know how many of the people actually on our email list actually get the select board agenda in minutes, so I just forwarded to everybody, but some people were like, I already get this, and like, so I know there's a lot of overlap, so I don't know if that's helpful. If it's helpful to at least some people on the thread, I will keep doing it and ignore those. But there. And I think that's all I had. See, we don't. Oh, Carol, can you give like anything going on with the select board or anything? Town stuff?
Well, we haven't had a meeting since town meeting, so tomorrow night's our meeting. I think we'll have a better idea of what to push forward after that.
Cool. And you said before some people got on that the town offices are open, so that's cool.
Yes.
Awesome. See, Ashleen, any food updates? Oh, there's Ted. I'll let him add anything.
Yeah, I'm taking minutes too.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Food updates, not really anything new other than we're just, as I've said, continuing the Everyone Eats program and still working with Willing Hands. Well.
Nope. Do we lose you?
No, that was just all.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. Thanks, Ashley. Gail, anything on the everybody eats from the library point of view? Is that going?
I could use, as soon as I'm allowed, I'll probably take more meals.
Okay.
Because more are going out. I'm serving everything within like 2 days.
Oh, wow. Okay,
So
cool. And Ted, was there anything, Carol didn't have much of an update other than the town offices are open. She said you guys are meeting tomorrow. Is there anything else you had? Oh, okay.
No, really nothing else at this point. No.
Cool. Thanks, Ted. Medical, Ashleen, do you have any updates from Little Rivers at all as far as mental health?
Yeah, I could do a couple, I could do a little bit. So the state is up to 65 plus for vaccines. And then we are also offering 16 years and over. Am I saying that right? Yeah, it's basically open for, I think 16 years and over with high risk. So whatever the CDC just, sorry, the Vermont state just came out with, we are offering at our sites, but you do have to register online at the Vermont registry. We are doing testing still, and I think behavioral health. I think we've started, the only thing new in behavioral health is that we will be working with the camps with the intention that those like a Camp Aloha will be opening, hopefully, and we will be helping to offer mental health support to them.
Awesome.
I have a question for Ashleen. You know, when the registration first started, I was able to support 12 seniors. And so, but no one's called me since then. But now I'm wondering, now that the younger people are, you know, it's open to younger people, and the library is still only at curbside. I'm wondering, do you see, how can I reach out to those young people that are either, you know, homeless on their own or families, because many of those guys don't have internet. And so do you see a need there for me, and how can I support that?
I don't specifically know of the need, but that's something I could bring back to our group or to the providers and ask them if they maybe are aware of something like that. I also wonder if that might be a question for the schools. Oh, that's the other, that might be a good question to bring back to the schools. And schools are also, so all school staff, not just educators, are getting vaccinated. But they are receiving their own vaccine stash and administering them at their site. So we've offered support, but right now it seems like their schools are doing their own vaccines. But that's a great question, Gail. Maybe we can work with the schools about putting that information out there for students.
I'll reach out to the school. I mean, I've connected with them.
Okay.
That's okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm wondering, so the schools aren't offering to students though, just staff, correct?
No, yeah, sorry, not for students. I need to make sure I have that I'm saying this right, but it's not open. Like, I don't think we're giving vaccines to young people. I thought it was less than 18, but it looks like they're doing 16 years and over.
Yeah, I'm just concerned about some of the young adults.
Yes.
That might need, you know, a little push.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
and
it looks like 16 years and over with a high risk, who fall within the high risk population.
actually, and it may be dependent on the school, because I know I've been talking to a lot of educators, and a lot of schools are not doing it kind of in-house. They're just giving the codes to the educators and saying, hey, go schedule something, which, I mean, for a logistic point of view, it makes a whole lot more sense to do it at the schools if at all possible, or locally. Some schools are saying, hey, go out and get it, and people are looking for the soonest appointment, and it may be an hour away. So just kind of interesting. But I had heard that it was 16 and over for people with underlying health issues.
Yeah, and so that, I guess that's just the point. I wish if Ayla was here too, but basically that's the point that Little Rivers was making, that we are here to support schools, so we'd be happy to maybe have that discussion about how best to support school staff, but we are not right now, only because it hasn't been discussed, is that we're not going to schools and administering the vaccine. But that sounds like, but we can have that conversation.
Cool. Thanks, Ashley. Patty, do you want to give like a business update?
Yep. The banks are open. The lobbies are open again finally. So we're very happy. Somebody had asked. People are still a little leery to come in. They're still willing to sit out in the drive-up line, but we are open our normal hours, which is very nice to see. And people are still wearing their masks as requested. So hopefully we're getting to the end of this tunnel here. So that's what we have for Bradford, and no word on the PPP loans forgiveness yet, but they were still taking applications. So
Cool. Thanks, Patty.
Yep.
Carol Freeman, support for seniors.
Yeah, just a few little things. Bernie's Mittens helped out the senior center here in Bradford to the tune of about $11,000.
Oh, that's awesome.
Wonderful news for us. We also got an unsolicited grant from the Vermont Community Foundation for about $5,000. So that's going to help us stay afloat. We don't have any plans for opening yet. We're still waiting for guidance on that. At Margaret Pratt, they have started, I think this week, family visitations again. And if someone's fully vaccinated, they can visit their relatives in their own apartments. Also, the community meals the communal meals at the center have started, so people are feeling like there's light for them.
Cool. That's really awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome about Bernie's Mittens too. I bought
Yeah.
socks or whatever.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. Cool. And Marianne wasn't able to make it, and she didn't have anything to add. So schools, Danielle.
Hello, everybody. So quickly, Bruce is not going to be here. He's actually going out collecting. This was the week that the teachers were getting tested, so he's gathering those test kits up. We are the SU, or the district is meeting tonight. The board meeting is going to be mostly about the budget. So I'm actually going to post into the chat, which is what our current budget information is. This has not been approved by the board yet. I do anticipate that something close to this will be approved tonight. So I'm hopeful that that will happen tonight, but that's just as the basic information as it sits right now. Once we have a final number, I'll do better as far as getting that information out to everybody once it's finalized. But so the SU actually did decrease their budget this season, and they actually reduced it by, I think it was like 0.1 or 0.6% or something like that, which was about a $330,000 decrease from last year's budget. So that was good. So they pretty much level funded, which was really great, because I think that, obviously our community was asking for that, and really trying to look for, some movement in the right direction on that budget. So that was good. Also at tonight's meeting, we're going to be discussing some committee work that's going to be going forward. So that discussion will come up. We do have a seat available on the board. We did not have anybody put in an application or a slot for the seat that Melissa is vacating. So I think we've heard that Zachary Lang may be interested in doing a write-in campaign. So also looking for anybody else who might be interested in being on the board. It's a 3-year term. And if you're interested, certainly feel free, or if you know of somebody who is, tell them to give me a call or email me. So that's sort of the school board stuff. Our meeting starts tonight at 5:30. The update from Bruce is that we have gotten notification that the free meals for students, or the federal summer program, is actually scheduled right now to go through September. So that was an extension of that program, which is good news. So that right now is going to go through the summer, which we will probably be managing just like we did last year, using Butler bus service to do weekly deliveries or whatever to families throughout the summer. So that's great news. We did not put provision 2 in our budget. So the budget information that I put in there, we decided not to put provision 2 in. Again, that decision will be made final tonight by the board. But this was part of the reason why, was because we knew that there was some conversation about the federal program extending out to cover some of the meals, but also there's a push legislatively to mandate that schools in Vermont provide provision 2. And as oftentimes the state does, they mandate but don't fund programs. So there's a possibility that that will come down as a mandate, and the school systems will have to figure out how to fund it, either through local funds and also applying for grants. And so we sort of held off until we had more information on what that program looks like and what the state's recommendations and requirements may be. So anyways, that is good news that the federal program will be running through September, and we'll be ready to hit the ground running just as we did last year. So, and I think that's about it.
Cool. And I'm just gonna drop the link to the community survey if people haven't done it yet. It
Yes.
takes 15 minutes. So yeah, do it.
Yeah, and we've had great response, which is amazing. And I actually have a call into is it YKR?
Yep.
To try and do an interview with him
Cool.
to try and get more responses as well. But yeah, I'm amazed by the response. So that's terrific. So
Cool.
that's good.
Awesome. Thanks, Danielle.
Yeah.
Gail, do you have anything you want to add?
We're still at curbside. Our circulation numbers are awesome. I've been looking into them. We're circulating really well. We had a great program last month. I don't know if I mentioned it. I made all these family fun kits for February, and 40 something kits went out that week. And this month I'm doing Lucky Leprechaun Slime and Shamrock sun catchers. So, and what else is, oh, well, the board is meeting tomorrow night, and they'll discuss again, opening the doors, and anybody's invited to come to that if anybody wants to. In fact, I can post, let me see if I can find it. Here's a link. If anybody wants to join the Zoom, should be exciting. Thank you.
Cool. Thanks, Gail. Nancy, do you want to add anything, any updates about the mentoring project?
I don't really have anything to add.
Okay, thanks, Nancy. Brian and Angela, any updates on sports or anything?
Yes. So Connecticut Valley North Little League is going to be playing this year. So I guess last Wednesday they had a meeting. It's all electronic sign up. So Gail, if you get a bunch of kids, I mean, unfortunately, it has to be electronic. So we've sent that out in the Facebook posts, trying to get it out there as much as possible. We don't really have the ability to send things out through the school anymore. They've decided that that's not something that they want to support. So, you know, at this point, we're just trying to get direct people to sign up at the online. We've had to go to Sports Engine, which is a website that allows us to do online registrations and take money right there. And so we're going to do that, and hopefully we'll be able to play. There's going to be a bunch of COVID rules. So I'm not exactly sure what that looks like. I didn't go to that meeting, but it'll all be part of the process as we start here. So, and I think signups have to be done. The drop dead date is the 23rd, I believe. So.
Brian, did you refer folks to the library in case they need support, technology support?
We can certainly do that. We can put out a post saying, you know, if you're having a hard time signing up, go see Gail. She's amazing.
Oh yeah, add that for sure.
And she'll rock it out for you. So yeah, I mean, we can put something out. I didn't want to, you know, direct people there until you know, I knew if that would be okay. So
it would be awesome if I could access the website just to check it out first too.
Yeah, I can get that info to you. So let me see if I can just get that and maybe email it directly to you so that you have it.
Yeah, that'd be great. Thanks.
Cool. Let's see, Carol Taylor, and what's going on with churches? Are they opening up soon?
Well, as far as I know, the Congo Church is opening for Easter service. I still haven't heard anything from the Methodist on that. The other churches are open.
Oh, wow. Has that been going okay? Do you know?
As far as I know, I haven't had any report that there's been any issues.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, I know the Catholic Church has been open since last June, and they disinfect and social distance, wear masks during the whole time, and they disinfect after the two masses, Saturday and Sunday, and so far so good.
Cool. And Ramsey or Linda? I just see Linda, I guess. Oh no, Ramsey's there too. Hi, Ramsey, you have camera on.
I don't have any big, anything real big and new at the moment. I think more rental assistance program is geared to start in April, so that is coming. We can at the moment help some people if they have a notice to quit. Our energy services are still available if people are if they qualify. And Linda might have other updates, but I don't really have any big new news.
I think you pretty much covered it. Just a quick reminder that our primary fuel assistance will go through early April. So that's when the sort of the biggest pot of money is available. We have plenty of funds right now in that pot of money for folks that are eligible. We ask that people call us at a quarter of a tank, a week's worth of wood, or 25 to 30% propane. Income guidelines are generally up to about 200% of federal poverty level. And at this point, they don't have to have applied for supplemental fuel through the state in order to qualify. So if folks are getting low, now is the time to call us. After, I think it's April 9th or 10th, we do have some limited assistance available for metered fuel, but we don't have too many metered fuel opportunities in our region. So bulk fuel is really what we're seeing, and it's really before the beginning of April.
Well, thanks, Linda. Ted, your cat tries to get in the Zoom too. You're not alone. I think as far as housing, I don't know if it's a subcommittee of steering or a subcommittee of Bradford Business Association or what, but there's a floating subcommittee on housing that's just starting up. So we're there's more people than I think I meant to include at the beginning in an hour meeting, but we'll try to see who wants to be involved moving forward, and that's on Monday. So we'll just provide updates here and whatnot, just about like the town doesn't have like a housing study done or anything like that. So during our housing forum, that was one thing that was suggested. I mean, I think there's probably Ramsey and Ashley and Linda, like I know you've done regional studies and stuff, but the town hasn't ever actually looked at anything. So trying to help with that. And I don't know if people know too, Jonah Richard, Ashley knows, is from Fairleigh, and has started Village Ventures, which is like a small kind of real estate development, and he's trying to focus on housing. So that's also come up in other meetings, but
He's from Corinth, but he lives in Manhattan.
He what?
He's from Corinth, but lives in Manhattan.
Oh, okay. But he's focusing on development in Fairleigh and Bradford, I think. Cool.
Yes.
Awesome. I haven't had any more updates from Mike. I just like driving by the garage or whatever. It looks like they're quite a ways into that. So, anything else anybody has? Cool. And I don't think, I guess we do have enough for, well, minutes if we want to approve from the previous meeting. The people who are voting members can, for the just administrative stuff, can stay on.
I have
Everybody
one
else can.
announcement to make.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Sorry. So Little Rivers is conducting a community health needs assessment.
Okay.
It's part of HRSA and also part of the Upper Valley Community Collaborative. And we are willing to share all our results with anyone. But I was thinking, there are two main surveys that I'm distributing. One is for community members, and then one is for organizations. And I was wondering if it would be all right for me to distribute it to this group, and like they're clearly labeled, so you can kind of.
Yeah, and Ashleen, are you on the Bradford Business Association listserv?
I get your email, like the emails for that group.
Okay, so you should be able to post to that group as well. If you want to just send to Bradford Resilience at googlegroups.com and Bradford Business Association at googlegroups. Or Bradford Businesses? I don't know. I'll send you the ones.
Okay.
You send to both of them. And then, have you posted on Connecting Bradford yet? The Facebook group?
No, I've only posted on Little Rivers, and then Kelsey Root posted on Newberry.
Okay, we can post on there too.
Awesome. Okay.
So I have a quick thing. Is that something that you would want to go out through the schools, Ashley?
It definitely could be sent out to the I would send you the community survey.
Okay. Because I'm thinking that might be something that we could use the Infinite Campus for.
Is that a digital platform?
Yeah, so they just send it out to everybody, just like we've done with that. And so if you send me the information, I can send it on and see if they'd be willing to put that out through Infinite Campus.
Definitely.
So that you could get that base. And then the other thing I was wondering is, what Brian was talking about with the Bradford Rec Department, is that something that could be posted to listservs and the Bradford Facebook group, as far as letting parents know that that's going on?
Yeah, definitely on both. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and I'm gonna find out.
Yeah, it'd be nice if they were allowed to do it through Infinite Campus. Just.
Can you define what is can you define what is the campus thing that you're talking about?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so Infinite Campus it's like the grading and attendance platform that they use at all the schools now. So the entire SU uses the same platform. So they're able to communicate and send out information to all the parents that way, through students that way. We can get on and look at our kids' grades, attendance, everything is done through that. So the one nice thing is that they can broadcast out messages through that system as well. So yeah, so I was going to try and side message Brian later and try and find out.
It would be awesome if we could do that. I know that Darlene in the past did a tremendous job getting information out, because Bradford Youth Sports is not part of the school nor part of the town. It's an independent 501c3. There's I guess the school has decided that probably they're not the avenue to get the information to the students. And it's tough, because it's one of those things where, we only serve the kids of Bradford. And so you would think that there would be more cooperation there, but they've kind of decided that that's not the avenue to get that out. So it's really difficult, because we have to have our Facebook group, I guess, has to be a closed group. So if your kids have been in the system for a while, you're probably part of that Facebook group. But if you're new coming in, you have no way to access that. And, unfortunately, there's just not a really good way that we've found yet to be able to reach out to everybody. So, we certainly want as much participation as possible, but not being able to, put it out to your core constituency, which is the kids at school, makes it a little bit more difficult. So, so anything that we could do to get on Infinite Campus or anything like that would be amazing.
Yeah, and maybe what I'll try and do is I'll talk to the administration and find out, even if it's, maybe not an ongoing thing like every week, but maybe they could do, once, and then just to try and gradually move parents to another platform if they don't want to continuously use the school platform, which I can completely appreciate that piece of it. But until everybody's aware, oh, I think my power just went out. Anyway, that at least they can, try and guide them to your Facebook page or a website so that parents can look things through.
Or you could create a Facebook invite and then ask people to share it.
Well, yeah, so that's sort of what I was thinking, is that even if we did the, Infinite Campus once in an announcement, and then at the beginning of the school year or whenever there's, something, an open house to get the information out there at least that one time. I think there needs to be some sort of a, acknowledgement that maybe something's changed so that parents know where to go, because it is super important for kids to be involved right now, and anytime, but especially right now.
Yeah, and full disclosure, I am not a technology person, so I don't understand the whole like open closed Facebook thing, but I think also there's only a certain amount of participants that can be in that, and I think it's somewhere around 500, so it's on a closed group or whatever. I'm not entirely sure how that works. Like I said, not a technology person, but yeah, I mean, every year we have people who say, oh, I never even knew that, you were signing up, and it does go into like the newsletter coming from the elementary school, but it used to be that an application, a paper application, went home in every kid's folder. We would just print them out, and then Darlene would put them in the folder. So at least they were getting that. And still people would say, oh, I never got that. But at least we knew it was going out to everybody. Now, it's just that much more difficult. And, especially now we need kids out there getting together and playing and goofing around. So.
Yeah. So Brian, if you can, send me the information, including like sort of what you were going to send to Gail about the website and the information. And I can see if I can't get at least a post out on Infinite Campus so people can get to the application, the digital application. Okay.
Yeah, that'd be great. I'll get a copy of that and get it sent out to you and Gail.
Do you have my email, or I am sure I have yours. But.
I would post it near the trash, the Saturday trash place.
Oh, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah, and Brian, if there's, I don't know who runs the Facebook stuff, if there's any help that you need on any of that, because like I don't know, it sounds like you guys might not have like a public page, but like what I do with the Bradford one is we have a public page where I like post stuff that can be shared, and then there's the closed group for, not shareable stuff. Anyway.
Yeah, and I think it's always just been a little bit of a concern to make sure that only people who are associated with the children are in that Facebook. So especially where, posts go out about game times and that type of stuff in terms of, perhaps a parent that doesn't have custody and can just that info. So there's a lot of little ins and outs of that. So, but yeah, I can ask to figure out who does all that stuff and maybe connect them.
Yeah. Just
that'd be awesome.
I just put my email in the chat just in case you didn't have the SU one.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yep.
Cool. Anything else? I think if we just keep Ashleen, Patty, Carol, Nancy.
Hi.
Am I missing anybody else? And Brian, just for a second. I think, so we don't have minutes for the last meeting, but the meeting before that, the minutes were sent out last time, but then we didn't have enough people to vote. So it would be whatever that meeting was.
The 24th.
Yeah. Trying to look at my 221.
I think I read them a while ago.
Yeah, I think it was the 24th was the last meeting, which I was not there.
And then, so the minutes for the 10th went out, but they weren't approved. So those are ones we just need a motion to approve those.
Okay.
I'll make that motion.
And I will second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Cool. That's it.
Okay.
Thanks, everybody.
Okay. Thank
Excellent.
you.
All right.
See ya.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.